All right, here we go. Number one. All right, Miss Pliego, how do you solve a one-step equation with a fraction? Now, it's connected by what? It's connected by multiplication, okay? All right, so how do I fix this now? Well, you could divide, but with fractions, we always say something else. We multiply by the what? Shh, let her try. Yes. All right, so I need you to make yourself a note on that problem. Fractions, solving a fraction, we need to multiply by the reciprocal. All right, what's the reciprocal? Over? Yep. So we're going to multiply by 8 over 7. So y equals. Now, in my opinion, it's always easier to go ahead and do the division first. So we say 56 divided by 7. Close. 8. And then multiply that by 8. So 8 times 8. That's 6 times 8. Come on. 60, 64. Come on, keep working on that, okay? 64. All right, does anybody have any questions now with number 1? Anybody have any questions with number 1? All right. Thomas, now number 2. What do I have to do to both sides of the equation? Now, what operation do we have here? Addition, subtraction, multiplication, or division? Read this to me. Come on, Thomas. 9.1 what? 9.1 what, though? D. 9.1 times D. Come on, Thomas. How do I undo multiplication? All right. So you're dividing both sides by 9.1. Dividing both sides by 9.1. Okay, now everybody's got to take a look now. All right. I have to move the decimal what? Nope. Once. We're moving it over once. Okay? So now, does 91 go into 72? No, it does not, right? So the decimal, you put the decimal down. All right? So essentially what we're doing is we're going 728 divided by, 72.8 divided by 91. That's why the decimal is up here. Now, 91, can you tell me how many times 91 goes into 728? Thomas? Come on, Thomas, look right here, buddy. Come on, you can do this. 9 goes into 72 how many times? 8. That's the answer. 8. All right, that's all there is to that. Answer is 8. So the decimal works out to be 0.8. The decimal works out to be 0.8.
Would it be negative?
Oh yes, thank you so very much. I did leave that out. Don't forget the negative. All right, so negative 0.8. Thank you. Very good. All right, so you're up with number 3. Yes, you. No, not in a 2-step. Come on.
Oh. Would you do minus 9
It's already a minus 9. Yes. Add 9.
And then 5 equals
You owe me 24 and you have 9.
Oh, you
Mm-hmm.
seven.
Look, if you're going to subtract 10, listen to me now.
Mm-hmm.
Very easy. What's 24 minus 10? Then you add 1. There you go. Negative 15. You with me? Whenever you have to subtract 9, you might as well just subtract 10 and add 1. All right? So I have negative 15. Now what do I do from there? Right. So D is equal to what? Beautiful. D is equal to negative 3. All right. Next. Carly. That's correct. You do plus 40. Now you adding or subtracting? So what's 40 minus 20? 20 minus 6. Positive or negative? Very good, kiddo. Now how do I solve 7/8? 8 over 7. Good job. Wow, very, very good, Carmen. Thank you, bro. All right. You're up. Yep, you can do plus 11. Right. Yeah, she meant to say first we could have combined terms, but she didn't recognize that. So now she did. So what's that? There you go, 4y. Good job. Right? Nine. All right, Carter, you're up. Yes, sir. Thank you very much. Which is?
Or wait. Plus 4 minus 3, which is what?
Okay, so you want to do that one first.
And then you do 6, negative 68. Plus 1.
Which is?
Negative 5.
Good job.
And you do
Minus 1.
Negative 5 is equal to 10.
And now? H is equal to what?
No, 2 and
What type of 2?
negative.
Yeah. All right, make sure you're with me now. Thomas, you all right? Just Pliego? All right. Jack, number 7.
So you would combine like terms, and it would be 12b plus 2b is equal to 14b. And then, oh wait, and negative b, so it would be 13b. So it would be 13b minus 9 equals negative b 7.
Mm-hmm.
And we put plus 9 plus 9. And then 13b is equal to or 78. B is equal to it would be 78 or 13 or
Yeah, it goes evenly.
78. negative.
right?
And
Now 10 goes into 80 almost how many times?
8,
So it's a little bit less.
10,
So 7 times 3 ends in a what?
1,
That's no good. 6 times 3 ends in a what?
8,
So that's-
6.
yeah.
Okay.
Right? That's what you're doing.
So negative 6.
Yep. Miss Hulsman, you're up. What can I do on this one?
Distribute the 4.
You could distribute the 4 and get what?
Minus 8
Mm-hmm.
equals 5.
Then what?
And then you add 8.
So 4t equals what? Uh-huh. Yes, t equals 5. Now the alternative thing, can anybody tell her what the alternative way to do is?
I know you divide. But
Yes,
I
you could have.
don't know
Yes, very smart girl.
how.
Just divide. Look.
Oh, you did it.
Then you have t minus 2 equals 3. Then you add 2. Same degree, same answer. 12 divided by 4. Right? All right, is everybody happy with that? Very good? All right, you're up. I think this is one that's kind of nice that I want you to do because I don't like distributing in 3/4 here because I end up with a bunch of fractions. All right, so what do you recommend? Multiply by the, multiply by the reciprocal. You would be on this?
Yeah.
So the reciprocal of 3/4 is what?
4.
Perfect. Bless you.
And then you put 15 times 4.
That's correct. Now you see how it cancels, right? So h plus 6 is equal to what?
No.
Divide first. 15 divided by 3.
15 divided
Then multiply by 4. Yes. You see that now?
by yes.
All right. Now what?
Then we do
Minus 6. So h is equal to,
6. H is equal to 14.
beautiful. Very good. Okay. Aiden. Instead of distributing, I can do what? Divide. Just like we did on the last one. You hear me? So if I divide by 0.3,
You get
now remember on this one you have to move the decimal over. So you got to move the decimal over here. Yes, good. And so now what?
plus 4.
Yes, so z equals, good. Now tomorrow we're not going to need a calculator, okay? Because the numbers are going to be this easy, okay, guys? Yeah, tomorrow. Yeah. All right, we did really good last week. Really good. And this is pretty easy right now, right? All right, so that brings me to, yeah, go ahead. Yes, divide by -3. So x plus 8 equals what? 3. And now what? Yep. Good job. -5. I'm going to go ahead and just write that step in just in case somebody needs it tonight if they're looking things over. All right, if you skip that step, it's okay. All right, Leighton, you're up. Number 12, buddy.
Number 12, okay. 3g minus 12 equals 9. So, wait, so, is this where, you
Move. You have to move. Like remember, we want the variables on the left,
Oh,
remember?
yeah.
And the
Okay.
numbers on the right.
So you do minus 9g,
Good, you can do minus 9g for sure.
and then plus 12.
You see that, right?
Yeah. So you just do
Mm-hmm. And now, what's 3 minus 9?
3 minus 9 is -6.
Equals?
-60 equals, would it be just 12?
That is correct.
Okay. And then that means the y would be -2.
Yes.
Or g, sorry.
You're right.
Can't even read my writing with g.
All right, Yusuf, you ready? Okay, so what do I have to do? No, now look up here. Come on now. I have to move the variables to the left. Numbers have to go on the right. 7c is a variable. Is it in the right spot? Yes, because it's on the what? Left. What about the -7? -7 is called a number. So that has to go on the right side. So how do I move to the right side? +7. Now what do I do with the 4c? Good job. -4c. Cross out, cross out. What am I left with? 3c. Well, we're just doing 17 plus 7. Yes. 24. Now what? That's correct. All right, does anybody have any questions? Go ahead, tell me. C equals 8. Well, now, only you guys know now if you're sitting there, this is going pretty good for you or not. All right, we did really good last week, so some of you might be a little sluggish because we're coming back from the weekend, but come on, if you're having trouble, speak up. All right, Justice, you ready?
All right. So
Number
you would
14.
subtract 4 on.
Yes, you would. Very good.
And then you add 13s.
Wait a minute. Do I add or subtract?
Or subtract. Sorry.
That's all right.
And so 20s minus 15s equals 7s. And then it's -14 on the other side.
Good.
So you divide. -2.
That is absolutely correct. Thank you, buddy. All right, Bradley, let's hear it. Now, you on 15, you have to do well on this.
Oh, you do.
Yeah, you have to distribute on this one.
So it's 3h. So
3h what?
3h minus 6.
Good job. All right, now tell me what to do.
So you have the -16 and plus 16.
Good. So what am I left with?
-5h.
And so? Close. Yeah, do you see why it's negative? Okay, I'm just going to pause it for about 5 minutes and let you keep going. All right, then I'm going to start back around the room. We'll just continue on. All right, keep going, please. We're going to go with number 16 next. Miss Pliego will be doing. Check your answers. All right, Miss Pliego, what do I have to do? Add 26. Minus 6K. Good job, kiddo. Good. Look at that. Good. That's not hard. Thomas, how's that? What? All right, you're up. Number 7, please. What am I going to do on number 7, Thomas? Minus 7.5. Good. Then what? I don't know what you're saying, Thomas. I don't even see a 6.5. Thomas, look up. I subtracted 7.5. Do you agree? Now, what do I do with the minus 3c? Thomas, it's minus 3c. I'm trying to move minus 3c to the other side. Yes. Come on, buddy. Plus 3c. All right. Now, tell me what's 2c plus 3c? 5c. All right, now you have 6.2 minus 7.5. Do we add them or subtract them? One's positive and one's negative. So do I add them or subtract them? You definitely subtract because one's positive and one's negative. All right, so 7.5 minus 6.2. Good. Now is it positive or negative though? Thank you. Negative 1.3. Very good. Now I do what? That's right. Divide by 5. So C is equal to, now, we're not allowed decimals in fractions. So I want you to move the decimal over 1 here, which means you're going to have to move the decimal over 1 here. So it's negative 13 over 50. Everybody in here should be able to do that. Everybody good? All right, number 18. All right. Wow, now we're into the word problems. All right, that was good. All right, Chloe, tell me about read 18.
Okay. Tyler's going to the movie theater with his friends. In addition to purchasing a ticket, each of them also buys a box of popcorn for 5 days. If the total amount the 3 friends spent altogether is $41.25, then what is the cost of the movie?
All right, so you got to tell me what to do here.
So I did 550 times 3.
Beautiful. Hold up. 550 times 3. I'm very proud of you. Then what?
It equals 16.
1650.
And then it says the total, like you have to find how much the ticket costed. So you did $41.25 minus $16.50.
Okay.
And that's $24.75.
And now what?
Then you divide that by 3.
Wow, you're very good, girl. So that was what?
$8.25.
I'm very proud of you. Very, very, very good. Very good. That was kind of tricky. A lot of work there. Everybody see that? Very nice. Very nice. All right, Carla, you get to do 19. Read it to me.
Each student is
So what do I have to do on this?
Do 12.5.
Close. Listen to me. Listen to me. So it takes, watch, I'm going to do this, 12.5 minutes for one report. Come on now, this is the important part. Right? So then, can I do more than one report in 50 minutes? Yes. So now I'm going to do another what? 12.5 minutes, which means another report will be done. Do you agree? So that's one way to do it. Now, look up on the board now. This right here is a visual representation of 50 minutes. What am I doing to the 50 minutes? I'm dividing up the 50 minutes. I'm not dividing up the 12.5. You hear me? That's why it's supposed to be 50 divided by 12.5, not what? Not 12.5 divided by 50. Do you hear me on this? All right, now the problem is we got to figure out how many reports can be done because you can't do a half a report, right? So we move the decimal over once and move the decimal over once here, and you add a 0. So this is 500 divided by 125. We still don't need a calculator. But I do know that what number goes into 500 and what number goes into 125, Carly? 5 does, thank you. So 5 goes into 500 how many times? Good job. Now 5 goes into 12 how many times? With how many left over? So now 5 goes into 25. See that now, right? So now 100 divided by 25 is what? Think about money. You have $1. How many quarters are there in $1? That's why. You with me? That's what 100 divided by 25 is. So you can do 4 reports every what? Every day. Everybody see that? All right, read the next one, please. So how do I do that? Multiply what, though? Negative 6.5 times a number, right? What number are we talking about? Do we know? So it would just be negative 6.5. Yes. Equals. Exactly. Now I have to do what? So how do I solve it? How do I undo multiplication? Right. So x is equal to, now what do I have to do with the decimal? Move it over. So now it's just 585 divided by 65, right? I don't feel like doing that, right? So I'm going to look at what number goes into both of those numbers. 5. All right, so now let's do this. 5 goes into 5, what? 5 goes into 8. With how many left over? 5 goes into 35. Beautiful. 5 goes into 6. How many left over? 5 goes into 15. Exactly. Now when you divide by 3, what number ends in a 7? Three times what ends in a 7? Yes, very good. That's the answer. X equals 9. Do you see what I'm saying on that? And now you can just double check yourself. 9 times 10 is 90. 9 times 3 is 27. 27 plus 90 is 117. See what I'm getting at, right? All right, next, Carter, go. Uh-oh, you got a tricky one.
12 less than.
How do I write 12 less than?
12 minus.
No.
Or negative 12.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. Minus 12. What does quotient mean?
Divided by.
That's right. So we're doing x divided by 8 equals. Now, everybody look at that and make sure you can do that translation. Does that make sense? Anybody have a question? 12 less than means minus 12. Quotient means divide.
How about the 8?
A number divided by 8. That's what this means. You with me? And then equals 1. Good? All right, Carter, now what? Plus 12. So x over 8 equals. And now how do I get rid of division? Right. Do you know what 13 times 8 is?
104.
Yes, sir. Good job. 104. All right, that's not too bad. Okay, let's see what the next one is. 22. Go ahead.
So 50. It's my turn.
What does 20 more than mean?
Plus 1.
Very good. 20 more than what?
52.
No, that's not what that says.
Then twice the number.
How do I write twice the number?
2 times 2.
Yeah. Do you see that or not?
A little bit.
Well, twice a number. We don't know what number we're talking about.
Yeah.
That's why it's twice x. Now, how do I solve that?
Minus 20.
Right?
And minus 20. And then 2x is equal to 32. And x is equal to. What is it? I know it's 16.
Good. All right, Aiden. How do I do twice a number?
You do times.
Right. Is in math means what?
Multiple. Divide.
Always. Is means equal. See with me on this?
Yeah.
So I have twice a number equals. Now how do I do 60 more than? How do I do 60 more than? 60 more than is plus 60. 60 more than what?
5 times.
So how do I write 5 times the number? That's a little bit tricky, so take a look at it again. You okay with that? Now what do I have to do to both sides?
Yeah.
Yes.
Negative 3x equals 60. Negative 5.
Very good. Justice, are you okay?
So, what if you wrote like 2x equals 60 plus 5x?
It would still be correct.
Alright.
But if it was minus, it would not be correct.
Alright.
Okay, so that's why I say you got to be careful with that. All right, 24. Go ahead.
So you will subtract 535 by 135.
Yeah. Very good. Listen to what I said. So basically, I want to write this, though. I want everybody to write this. The down payment is $100, right? Then you have to pay $72.50 a month. And that is $535. That's what I want you to write down. All right? I mean, I know you know that, but I'm just saying. That's what the equation should look like. And so he just subtracted 100, which was correct, which would be what? 435. And then we divided that by 72.5. Now, we could make that hard, but how many times does 7 go into 43? Yeah. So how many times? I'm asking you a question. 435 divided by 72.5 is what? You don't need a calculator. This is just mental math. Easy. Look at that. Tell me it. I don't think so. Because what? Yeah, because that's what I was trying to tell you. All right. So we only had one more. Look up, guys, real quick. 8 less than 7.2 x minus 8 equals negative 29.6. I'm going to go ahead and finish this off, okay? And then listen to the video again. All you got to do is redo that worksheet.
Mr. Stroud.
Good job, guys.
Mr. Reed.
Wait, Mr. Stroud?
Or comment, then you'll know.
Yes, good idea.
So our homework's to watch the video?
Yep.
Or comment and like, and it'll improve the YouTube algorithm to make it so that your video will be more recommended.
Thank you.
More people will.
It'll be awesome if Mr. Stroud at like 100,000 subscribers.
Like a gold plate.
Oh yeah, when you get 100,000 subscribers, they give you like the silver